have you gotten a bunch of DMs from blue check marks? So any athletes, any musician, maybe you talked to them, maybe you didn't even respond. If you want, you can say who. Athletes, musicians, what else? Actors, whatever. We'll start with you and go around.
I mean, I think every chick has. I think it's kind of shitty to name drop, so I'm not going to do that. But rappers. Right, where did we leave off? Oh, yeah.
Rappers.
There were rappers, athletes, but this is like oddly specific. Do you know what IMG Academy is?
Sounds familiar.
It's like a super high-end charter school for athletes, and it's in my hometown. So there were a lot of athletes, like an abnormal amount of athletes that hit me up. But yeah.
Abnormal amount of
Yeah, I feel
athletes.
like it's weird just because, I don't know. Yeah, it was an odd spot for that place to be, but.
Gotcha. And your boyfriend, what's his name?
His name's Chris.
Chris
Tren.
Tren
We call him
bro.
Chris Tren.
Tren bro?
Chris Tren
bro.
acetate, yeah.
Okay. I don't know if he's ever talked to you about this, but does he ever, or maybe prior to dating you, or even while dating you, does he get a lot of girls DMing him?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like a ton. I feel like every girl will be like scrolling through TikTok together or something, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, she hit me up. She hit me up. She hit me up." I'm like, "Oh, okay, great, awesome."
You think is he doing that like to kind of make you jealous, or just?
I don't think
it's
so.
matter of fact?
I don't think it's a malicious intent. I don't think. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's better you know than you don't know.
Yeah, for sure. I think he tells me because it's like girls who are. I mean, obviously, some of them are actually trying to be friendly, but you know, you never know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No comment.
Well, no, you don't have to drop names, but just like did you get a lot of athletes, musicians, actors DMing you?
Athletes, yes, mostly athletes, but this was like years ago, back when I was still stripping, and I had like 40K on Instagram back then. I'm not on that anymore. I'm just a normal girl now.
Okay. Wait, you're just a normal girl now?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but don't you still do OF?
Nope.
You don't do any adult content?
No, I mean, yeah, no, I don't. I mean, I have an OF that's still there, and I still get subscriptions every here and there, and that's pretty much as big as it goes. Yeah.
For me, I've gotten DMs, and those are neat because some of them are musicians that just want to work. They're like, "Oh, I've heard your music," and I'm like Mitchie Slick actually was like, "Oh, I heard it," and we never did anything, but he was like, "Oh, I heard it," and I was like, "Oh, thank you. That's nice."
Okay.
I used to listen to that in high school, so yeah.
No.
Come on. There's some blue check marks that
Well,
DM'd you.
yeah, blue check marks, but there's not anyone that I would specifically think about and be like, oh yeah, they're like a celebrity or anything like that.
What about?
Yeah, there was one rapper that I would get comments about being like, oh, so-and-so follows you, and
Drake?
no. I mean, I'll name drop. It was Zilla Kami, but he never DM'd me, and
Who the
I
fuck is
told
that guy?
Yeah, right.
City Morgue. You never heard of City Morgue?
Yeah, I told Carly about
I
it.
listen to 90s grunge
Okay.
music. So
It's grunge music, but it's
oh, really?
yeah, it's
Okay.
grunge rap.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
That's
anyways,
new
I
to
didn't
me.
know
Cool.
who he was, and I told Carly, and she was like, what? Why didn't you follow him back? That's pretty much it.
That's
Yes.
it? Come on.
I feel like you think I'm hiding something every time I answer.
Come on. What about you?
I mean, yeah, whenever I would get blue check, or when I do, it's usually just like basketball players, football players, things like that, like musicians, personalities. It's things like that, and it's always like in my whatever it is where like you don't follow them, but there's just so many messages in there, and I honestly just don't like care that much, so I never really pay attention. But yeah, there's definitely been quite a few because I have like 100+K followers, so that
Sure.
I think that just happens with that. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really have any. I mean, there's occasional people sliding in the DMs, but I feel like every girl deals with that, and I just
Sure.
ignore most of them. Like, don't initiate conversation because it's like just no point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I feel like I do get like a lot, but I also really don't entertain a lot of them. And I'm going to be completely honest. I'm not going to name drop, but I would say maybe about 80% of the DMs that I receive that are from blue check marks are from men with families and are like full-blown marriages.
What?
No. So that's mostly
Again,
that's
nar.
mostly why I don't entertain it.
Good times.
Yeah, good.
Good.
Wife's name in the bio.
But maybe, but like you're a political commentator, so is it like when you say they're DMing you, are they just like saying, "Oh, I like your content," or is it clear that they're like, "Oh, you're hot," like romantically interested type shit?
No, there are times where like I'm able to like decipher kind of when it comes through, and a lot of them are message requests when they come through, like able to see like what they're saying, and so a lot of times like I'm able to just like decipher like, okay, this is clearly like work related, and you're clearly 47 years old with a full-blown family, and you're messaging me for one reason and one reason only. So
Okay, got it. Damn, that's just
Nar.
nothing.
Nar.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. We've had a lot of girls on the panel say, "Oh yeah," and I think some of you are like maybe a little more out there in the sense that you guys are content creators and you're making content. So some of you have pretty decent followings. But we've had some girls on the show who are college students, 1,000 Instagram followers, and they're like, "Yep, NFL player DMing me, NBA player DMing me," and it's just interesting because I was thinking about the reverse, and like. There's not like famous female athletes, like Taylor Swift isn't DMing some like 19-year-old college dude the same way Drake is like, you know, probably fucking sliding into some like 19-year-old baddie's fucking DM. So it's pretty interesting, like the difference there.
Which I think like dating culture has been completely distorted by social media. Because if you look at it, women, we are constantly getting messages. Men aren't usually getting those messages. And just see how detrimental, I mean, social media is not only psychologically, just in general, but how it's impacted dating culture specifically.
That's honestly why I stepped away from it. It was just...
When did
stepped
you
away
stop?
from what?
Like sex work or like from social media?
From social media specifically. I mean, sex work, I quit dancing because of COVID and because I kind of had to. But yeah, the social media thing, I just realized how toxic it was. And I mean, I don't like to feel like I'm constantly being watched and like feel like the obligation to like, keep posting and posting and posting. So it's just not the thing for me.
I do have a question. So you said that social media was like detrimental to you. Do you feel that like any of like the dancing or like the sex work you did was also detrimental to you? In the same way?
Honestly, I'm like super pro in-person sex work. I'm really, and not like anti-OF, but like for me personally, just like OnlyFans was like the most toxic kind of sex work I ever did.
Interesting.
Did you ever
wait.
feel...
How do you... Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, did you ever feel fulfilled doing that type of work?
110%.
I think it depends for everyone, like where your fulfillment comes from. You know, if
Totally.
I find fulfillment in things of this world, I think I'm going to be constantly let down and disappointed, as opposed to like finding my fulfillment from like my religion and God and the Bible.
Right.